Good morning. Today is April 2016, here at Washington Family Church, National Cathedral, and today we'll be reading from the Cheon Seong Gyeong, page 942, chapter 2, the Tribal Messiah. Section 1, the declaration of tribal messiahship. Number 1, why do we have the term tribal Messiah? The Messiah is in the position of parents. Now, unless one becomes a subject partner of true love, the term parents does not apply. The realm of parental heart, which is to love one's children and do whatever one can for them, is the only original reality that remains in the fallen world. It is diminished, but it is a heart whose true nature and essence, in fact, has remained like a live coal since the creation of the world. Subtopic: the meaning of and the standard for the proclamation of tribal messiahship. Number 2, where do we go to recover the family? In the providence of restoration by making indemnity conditions in the tribal realm, we can move toward the restoration of the family. I have set indemnity conditions on the levels of a people, nation, and world. This being so, what do you need to recover? Each of you needs to go to the realm of your tribe. You need to go to the realm where Jesus tried to work but was unable to. In your tribal level realm, you pursue home church activities. Even if you are opposed and called names, you need to love the people with tears. Then you go to your family. The purpose of home church activity is to train you to love more. You need 360 homes to endorse you as a son or daughter of God. Then, when you return to your family, in order to restore your clan, you need to love your family members of times more, hundreds of times more than you love your home church. Number 3, you need to unite with the victorious Messiah and sow the seeds of true life. After identifying the disunity of Eve, Cain, and Abel in the Garden of Eden, you should plant such seeds. The family needs to create an environment for such seeds, and that is the mother and brothers and sisters. This is where we can declare the starting point of the ideal love of the original Adam and Eve, who have nothing to do with the fall. In order to create such a family, I declared tribal messiahship. Jesus came to recover the family. For this, the Cain household and the Abel household had to unite. In the case of Jesus, Joseph's clan and John the Baptist's clan should have united and formed one family. Jesus' family should have been formed in this way. Then Satan could not have invaded. Had this been done, Jesus would have embraced his clan as the tribal Messiah. Then, the original standard of the unfallen family, which the people of Israel were unable to establish, would have been restored. We're now on page 943, number 4. Unification Church members constitute a tribe. My blood is flowing within each of them. Thus, all tribal members should be able to cry when I cry, and rejoice with me when I rejoice. We are kin bound by blood. We are a unified people. We go over the barriers of color, separating the 5 races, and the differing cultural backgrounds, separating various national standards to create and build the new heavenly kingdom. The heavenly kingdom will manifest when we as a people became divine. The world will open up when we live as a people of the divine nation. The cosmic kingdom of heaven on earth and in heaven will come down upon that world. Just talking about it will not make it happen. The individual has to make the final decision and then proclaim it in heaven and on earth. It must be proclaimed again, centering on the family, and again centering on the tribe. Number 5, now is the time to make the final proclamation centered on the tribe. In order to lead such a work, I have to set absolute conditions of victory, taking a single direction, the same in heaven and on earth, representing all peoples and all nations. Without doing so, I cannot enter the nation, gather all the tribes, and make the proclamation for the final liberation in accordance with the laws of public righteousness. Based on this condition, if you command Satan, "Be gone," your ancestors can come into and serve as the head of your family. Changes will come. Pray like this: our family loves heaven. Thus we are willing to sacrifice conjugal love, our love for our children, and all our possessions. Representing our tribe, we are willing to make our entire family a sacrificial offering. As heaven's family, we are raising our tribe in order to accomplish the liberation of our people. So please accept our offering. Such a prayer will be received for the sake of the liberation of these people. The unification family needs to determine to be the sacrificial offering to heaven on the family level. Number 6, you are tribal messiahs. When you recover your Cain tribe, you will automatically recover your Abel tribe. This is why you need to do tribal messiah activity. Only you do this can your ancestors and good people in the spirit world come to the earth and set indemnity conditions to benefit themselves. This is not possible without the foundation of your home church. Without that foundation, even if one of your ancestors were to help you, your family would remain on the family level. You would not connect to the tribe, people, or nation, even though I made all that possible for you. Based on this, while I was in Danbury prison, I opened the gates in the heavenly world and in hell and paved a highway from hell to the throne in the heavenly world. I established a highway so that any good spirit within a realm that received God's benefit could come to the earth, witness to people, and elevate them step by step. Many walls appeared because things went wrong due to the first parents. The true parents had to break down these walls and open the gates. I have opened all of them and thereby demonstrated how it is done. Home church is a base with which to connect the earthly realm with the heavenly kingdom. A rocket flies to its destination based on the flight parameters that are set at the launching pad. Home church functions like that launching pad. Number 7, now is the time to set the standard of the ideal family that Jesus could not establish. For that reason, I am dispatching family messiahs. Where will you be sent as family messiahs, to your blood kin, your relatives. I have walked the path of indemnity for the individual, family, tribe, people, nation, and world in order to connect them to heaven. It is not necessary for you to walk the same path of indemnity I have walked. I am sending you as tribal messiahs in the same position as Jesus. Through the blessing, you are in the position of having married. You have that foundation. The blessing connects the individual, family, and tribe and makes them one. I have walked the path of indemnity to connect everything to heaven. You are not traveled that course, but even so, I have given you the blessing. The fact that you receive the blessing signifies that your position is better than that of Jesus. Satan cannot accuse those who have received the blessing because you are connected to the true parents through lineage. Satan cannot accuse you on any level, individual, family, tribe, people, nation, or world. Thus, that is how God sees it. Satan absolutely cannot accuse you. You are in the state of total freedom. For these reasons, I have proclaimed tribal messiahship at this time. Number 8, the fact is that I have declared that you are tribal messiahs. This means that when you fulfill your responsibility on behalf of me, the spirit world will support you. In the past, when I was pioneering and in difficulties, the spirit world assisted me. The spirit world is certainly working now as well. Despite persecution, I developed the Unification Church to enter the age of tribal level restoration. So now, with no persecution, how much more can we develop? It was to restore the eldest son's position in the area for the restoration of the right of the old eldest son, that the Unification Church members went the way of the cross and were persecuted up to this day. During the era to restore the eldest son's position, you suffered so much. This being so, in the era to restore the mother and father's position, should we suffer more or less than we suffer in the era to restore the eldest son's position? We should suffer more. By doing this, the tribal messiahs will liberate Jesus from his bitter sorrow and me from mine. Number 9, you have to proclaim to your clan that you are their tribal messiah. Whether they listen to you or not, you have to proclaim it. If you do not fulfill the responsibility with which you have been entrusted, who will be struck? Heaven will be vulnerable on behalf of you. That day is coming. That is why I have proclaimed tribal messiahship. I proclaim tribal messiahship in order to go over that time. Hence now is the time to begin your tribal messiah activities. You have to return to your hometown. If you are not able to go to your hometown, you have to work to save the nation. If you are unable to go back to your hometown, you have to live for the sake of North and South Korea. If you cannot fulfill your responsibility as a tribal messiah, you have to take the responsibility of a people-level messiah who can save North America. If you make that effort, you can go beyond the realm of tribal messiah. Number 10, Jesus was a tribal messiah. At the same time, he represented his people and nation. However, he died because he could not obtain the parents' right in his own family. Hence, now that the Unification Church has liberated the older brother's right, we have to liberate the parents' right. I have designated you tribal messiahs. Today, by establishing tribal messiahship, I am proclaiming that the divine authority of the heavenly kingdom, that after you resurrect the situation created by your parents' opposition to the Unification Church and the failure of the fallen Adam and Eve, you will be a restored family. This is the purpose of the tribal Messiah proclamation. Why is this necessary? If you cannot establish the position of unfallen Adam and Eve based on the standard of true parents, there is no way to establish the hometown where you were born as a hometown of the heavenly kingdom. If you had been born in the original unfallen hometown, you would have been born of the original parents. However, due to the fall, the order is reversed. Due to the fall, the order is reversed, and you should engraft your parents instead. The hometown also has to establish the standard of the unfallen Adam, who should have been born as the original parent, representing the right of kingship, and who should have reigned over the world. Number 11, it is just like the time when I proclaimed tribal messiahship. A similar time is approaching. Hence, please return to your hometown without any hesitation or reservation. I also would like to go to my hometown now. I do not want to live here in Seoul. When your influence surpasses the influence of North Korea as a result of your hard work in your hometown, my hometown naturally will be elevated. We're now on page 946. Without fighting, it will just happen. Therefore, the mission of the Unification Church families is to establish the land of Canaan, a hometown of the heart, by making more devotional offerings than North Korea does. That is why I'm telling you to be tribal messiahs. Number 12, do you know why I proclaim tribal messiahship around the world, starting in Korea? It is because when I do it in Korea, all the countries of the world will unite under my leadership. Think how many people from the spirit world will be mobilized. They are eager to come down to the earth. They are thinking this is the time, with their eyes gleaming, because the time has come when liberation can be accomplished. Thus, we can indemnify thousands and tens of thousands of years of history. Number 13, I place blessed families as tribal messiahs and set the standard of perfection for 3 generations of ancestors. Jesus blessed families and Adam. Thus, we can enter the environment in which we can freely embrace the people of the earth. This is why I proclaim tribal messiahship. This is good news in God's providence. This is the last days of human history. When the day of liberation will come, the unification of North and South Korea will not occur just by itself. It is possible only when all of this is woven together. Once the family level and the tribal level are brought together, they will link to the national level. Then the Unification Church and the government should be one. 14, because Jesus was unable to complete this mission, I appointed you as tribal messiahs and granted you the authority to bestow the blessing upon your own parents, who, like fallen Adam, married as they wish. Thanks to God's grace, your parents could be raised to the position of unfallen parents. This is just amazing. It is like a dream. This is just amazing. I proclaimed tribal messiahship to announce that I had made this possible. Jesus was sent alone to be the tribal and national Messiah. But I have proclaimed that all blessed family members worldwide are tribal messiahs. Number 15. You are officially recognized by heaven's side only when you are approved by true parents. You can only receive the blessing when true parents see your sincere effort and loyalty and can say out of compassion, "Fine." After you are officially recognized by Cain, Abel, the parents, and God, this is why you need God to make it possible. You cannot cross the bridge and receive the blessing unless God makes it possible. This is the meaning of rebirth through true parents. There is no way to gain rebirth without true parents. Hence, if the tribal Messiah misses the chance to build a bridge as the family Messiah, the opportunity for rebirth will be blocked. We're now on page 947. I was aware of this, so I established and proclaimed tribal messiahship to liberate humanity. This is a revolutionary event on a global scale. It is a special grace and a privilege to receive. Please understand how miserable heaven has been for thousands of years due to Eve's fatal mistake of one day. How hard heaven groped for the path of restoration, and what caused able-sided persons sacrificed throughout the thousands of generations to reach the time of true parents. This has been the course to restore Adam and Eve in history. Now it ends our Hoon dok hae. Tomorrow we'll be reading the condition for tribal messiahship. We have read today from page 942, chapter 2, the tribal Messiah. If you can see it, and then we end up on page 947. Usually we do reflections after this. I have only a few minutes left in my memory of my Android phone. I am Athanasius Francis C.Catalan, reading for you here from Washington, D.C. Church, Family Church. And please visit www.familyfed.org to learn about our church and activities and updates, and see our group also, Washington Family Church, National Cathedral Facebook group. And please also go online and check www.divineprinciple.com and read about the story of our true father and our true mother, and also the 2 chapters, the principle of restoration and the fall of man, and tell us about it. Okay? Have a great and wonderful Saturday. I'm just so happy to be here. I'm celebrating my 9 years working on a cable company. And mabuhay, ogmanse, meaning 10,000 years of peace and prosperity. Have a great and wonderful day. Bye-bye.